Hey, Poland Regional High School, class of 2024 families. Hello, my name is Cari Medd. I'm principal here at the high school, and I'm here with my friend Caroline Peinado.
Hi, I'm Caroline Peinado, and I'm a teacher here at Poland Regional High School, and I work especially with ninth grade students, helping them to be successful in their first year of high school.
So we're here today to just talk about how we're going to help support your students as they enter high school. So Caroline, can you tell us a little bit about this program that we have here that's called BARR?
Yeah, BARR is a national program. It's in about 200 schools across the country, including our school, and we also have it at Whittier Middle School. So your kiddos will actually be in their third year of BARR. BARR is a program that helps students increase their success rate in school by building positive relationships with their teachers and having their teachers work together to problem solve if things come up for kids.
That's interesting. What are some of the strategies that we use?
Well, first of all, we take a look at students as whole individuals and not just math students or reading students, but as whole people. We create teams of students and teachers who work together. We use a weekly curriculum called iTime that helps students make relationships and get to know their teachers and their peers. We hold weekly meetings of the students' teachers to talk about any kiddos that we're concerned about and do some problem solving. And we let parents know when we have concerns, and we keep parents closely involved in what's going on in school.
So you talked a little bit about team teachers. What does that team look like?
Yep, so let's take a ninth grade team. So each ninth grader is placed on a team that has a cohort of kids in the same math teacher, science, English, and social studies teacher. Those teachers meet weekly to go through each of the kids on their team. So each teacher will take about 15 or 20 kids and look at the students' grades, academic and behavior and attendance information, and bring the student to the group of teachers if they've got concerns that they want to talk about.
So that's really interesting, because when you're in high school, kids have so many different teachers that it is hard for a teacher to really know a student really well. But this sounds like a way for one teacher to become sort of an expert in a kid and then share that knowledge with others. Does that sound right?
Absolutely.
Oh, is that one of the teams? Are these teachers on that team?
These are the teachers on the Teal Team. So the Teal Team teachers meet every week to talk about the kids on the Teal Team. So we have Mr. Collins, who teaches science, Mr. Hayashida, who teaches math, Miss Seeley is a special education teacher who works in a lot of the classrooms. Miss Seveny, better known as Sev, teaches social studies, and Mrs. Ross teaches English.
Mrs. Ross used to be a special ed teacher, but she's an English teacher now, right?
This is very true. Teachers on the gold team are Mrs. Howe teaching math, Mrs. Miller teaches science, Mr. Wright teaches English, and Miss Friday teaches social studies.
That's awesome. So these teachers and some other teachers meet each week on Wednesdays. So we do classes in the morning on the virtual Wednesdays, but the teachers continue their day and meet to talk about their students. So can you talk a little bit about what they do at those meetings?
I can. So we go through each and every student on our list, every single student on the team, and we make sure that we are mindful of what the students' strengths and interests and connections to school look like, so that we can better support them if they need. We look, as we said, at their academics, their attendance. We look at any areas of concern that we might have, and if we think the kids need a little extra help, we would provide some interventions and help them with goal setting.
So you talked a little bit about strengths. Does this information get shared with other teachers, or do teachers get this information from other classes that kids may take where they might actually be really gifted, like in art or fitness or anything like that?
Yeah, so thanks for mentioning that. We try really hard to keep all of the students' teachers in the loop. So we connect with their electives teachers, we connect with their coaches. or their co-curricular activity people, with school counselors, with administration, with parents. We just want to make sure that we've got everybody in the loop, and that we have a full sense of what's going on with students. And
Nice.
I jumped to this slide.
Yeah,
So
but it's such a pretty
I'll
picture.
you about it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this looks like an example lesson from the iTime curriculum. Can you just say a little bit about that?
It is. This is one of my favorites. It's called Be a Rainbow in the Clouds. And each student has to think about ways that they are sort of a rainbow or a positive, bright spot in somebody else's life. So if somebody's got a cloud in their life, what are some ways that you are being a rainbow? So each child on this team put their rainbow moment on a sticky note and plastered this wall with it.
That's awesome. So it's teaching kids that they really impact other people, really can do that positively, and
Yeah.
that they have something to bring to the table when it comes to helping other people.
Absolutely.
That's really awesome. What else might they do on these iTime lessons?
So after they've spent time building the classroom culture and making sure that they know their fellow classmates and their teachers on a more personal level, they work on setting goals for themselves for the school year and for into the future. And then they work on leadership and communication skills that will help them in many areas of their lives. And then they talk about some tough topics like grief and loss, bullying, risky behavior. This year in particular, we've got a few things going on in our world. So we're really using our iTime curriculum to focus on giving kids the resiliency and the support they need to deal with things as well as they're able.
Yeah, it is hard. It was hard last spring, and thankfully we have kids back in school, but we know that that it's not the same that it's always been. And so we're trying to make sure that we still give kids a chance to talk about the things that aren't going well, but hopefully, like that rainbow activity, celebrate the things that are, in spite of how crazy the world is around us.
Pretty
So
important.
Caroline, can you talk a little bit about the parents' role in this?
I sure can. So you guys are the most important people in these kids' lives, right? And I have 2 teenage daughters, and I know that I am not very helpful when it comes to helping them with their academics anymore, but I still need to be part of their everyday lives. So some ways that you can do that is checking in with your child and seeing how their day was. Ask them about their iTime lessons that they're doing. They're kind of interesting, and they're neat dinner table conversation starters. Encourage them to get involved in school. Yes, even during a pandemic, that's still important. You can also check out your kids' grades weekly on jump rope. That's really, really important. And then touch base with any member of the school staff anytime there's something you think we need to know or anything that you are concerned about. We're here. We need to know what's going on so that we can do our best to help your kids.
Yeah, I know you and I have worked with teenagers for a really long time, and we know that they send one message, but they don't always mean it. So they send the message of, I don't need you in my life, I can do my own thing. But we know that they really do need adults in their lives, and they really do appreciate their parents and other family members being involved with them. So I know that sometimes parents don't know who the right person to call is if they're worried. And I get lots of calls just because they'll say, I need to talk to the principal, and then I'll make sure that I connect them with the right person. So don't hesitate. If you don't know who to contact, just contact the main office, and we'll make sure that we get you in touch with the right person. So Caroline, thanks so much for all the hard work that you do in making BARR work. And I know the teachers are really committed to this, and I think it shows in the relationships they build. So parents, we hope this was helpful and useful for you. We wanted to give you a little introduction so you would know a little bit. Since we can't do any kind of parent meetings or anything this year, this seemed to be the best way to do that. So thanks for watching. And Caroline, thanks so much for your help in presenting this.
Thanks, Ms. Medd.
All right. Bye. Hope you all have a good week and a good year.